Hey, it's Kevin Twitch here, and welcome to the Mixing in a Home Music Studio course. So firstly, if you're new to my channel and new to my videos and you like what you see, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. So this course is going to be all about mixing. So in previous courses, I've gone through setting up a home music studio, then we've gone through the recording phase and actually recorded one of my own songs in my home music studio. And now we're going to take that recording and we're going to mix it. So hopefully you've followed along with the other courses and you have a song that's been recorded in your home music studio and you're ready to mix as well. So in this course, I'm going to go through as much as I can about mixing. Obviously, mixing itself can be, sort of an endless type thing. There's so much you can learn. You could spend years and years and years learning all the concepts and everything else and perfecting your song. But we're going to go through as much as we can, and we're going to go through it in regards to the realms of using a home music studio. Obviously, we're not in a professional studio or anything like that. So, we're going to be confined by that. I am going to be using Cubase, but I'm hoping that the concepts and everything that I teach can be translated to any mixing software, whatever you have. But if you are a Cubase user, then hopefully it will be fairly easy for you to follow along. And I'm going to attempt to, when I actually go and mix my song, I'm going to be using the stock plugins as much as I can. There may be some instances where I do have to go for some third parties if I have some very specific issues or anything like that. But I'm generally going to be trying to do everything with the stock plugins. So the course itself is going to be broken up into two parts. Part one is going to be some, fundamentals, theories, concepts, all that sort of stuff. As much as that can be slightly boring sometimes, we do need to get there, because if you are brand new to mixing, there's some few things that we need to understand and you need to grasp the concepts for before we dive into the actual mixing itself. Part two is going to be me, as I said, mixing my own song that I recorded in the previous course, the recording in a home music studio. And yeah, we're going to mix it for real. I'm going to be mainly doing it on headphones for the point of this, to be able to record this course. So there may be some stuff I'll have to do off camera, just to make sure that I get my balances right and things like that, to check on various sources and references and all of that. But I'll talk about that in that section as well. But just so you understand that, there is some limitations with how I can mix when I'm actually recording these courses. So it's not exactly the way I would do it normally, and I may not hear things exactly the way I would if I was mixing on my studio monitors and that sort of thing. But I'm going to at least give you as good a reflection as I can of the mixing process that I sort of follow and do. It's going to vary from song to song, but for this particular song, this is what I'm going to do. And we're going to go through in that sort of way as well. Now, I'm going to try and keep this course as sort of high level and practical as possible. You can go into great depths with some of these ideas, concepts and theories, and you're quite welcome to do that. You can find all the material you want online. There's lots of places to find stuff, so I'm not going to go into great detail with every concept, but I'm hopefully going to cover everything that, majority of the stuff with regards to mixing in enough detail that you could practically mix your song and have no dramas and, build from there. But I can't obviously cover every little nuance and technique and everything else, because there's just so many, I can't claim to know them all. There's no way. even the professionals don't know them all. They're all forever learning. So, as long as you grasp that as well, we're going to build our base, and then you can learn over time as you go forward. But, the concept for this is at the end of this course, you will have a fully mixed song that is ready to go into mastering. So if at any stage during the course, for each video, if you do have any questions or comments, that sort of thing, put them in the comments. I do read them all, and I will attempt to answer every comment or every question as quickly as I possibly can. Depending on how many we get, it may take some time, but I will attempt to answer everybody's questions. I want this course to be fairly interactive as much as it can be. I'm not just, here's a course, don't talk to me sort of thing. I want you to ask questions, and I want to try and help where I can. As I said, I can't claim to know everything, but I will attempt my best, and feel free to put anything you like in the comments, and I will read them, and hopefully I will answer them as soon as I can, and we can get you well on your way to getting your song mixed and feeling a lot more comfortable about mixing. All right, so that's enough of me talking in this introduction. Let's get on to the next part where, as I said, we're going to be doing part 1, which is going to be a lot of theory. So there is going to be a lot of talking in the first part, but it's very valuable information, hopefully. So please do persist with it, and we will get to part 2 where it'll be more interactive. But it's just critical that you go through this, because in part 2, where I mix, it is going to be fairly quick. And while I'm going to be showing the techniques, I may not be going into great detail about what I'm doing. It's more about why, what I'm listening for, all that sort of stuff. But you may, it's just going to be very valuable for you to have the fundamentals of it, the theories behind things beforehand, so that when you are watching me mixing the song, it makes sense what I'm doing. So yeah, so let's get into the next video, and I will catch you there.